And we are back. NFL Power Rankings, Week 7 edition. Let's get it. Starting out, number 32, they're staying the same. It's the winless 0-6 New York Jets. Now, to their credit, they actually kept it close with the Broncos, only losing 13-11 in London. However, with that being said, they didn't score a single offensive touchdown. They didn't score a single defensive touchdown. They scored 3 field goals and a safety. Yeah, this was just one of those defensive games. And, well, the Jets, including sacks, finished with negative 10 passing yards. This was a rough day for the Jets. And, well, they're at 32 still for a reason. Number 31, we have the Titans, who are 1-5, going down a spot. Now, the key thing about the Titans is they just fired their head coach, Brian Callahan, after this loss. 20-10 to the Raiders just wasn't very good at all. You were down 17-0 very early on. Never really could have recovered. This was just one of those where I think firing him, unfortunately, was the right call. But it sucks that even though this team just does not look good on paper, I mean, this is a team that is going to be developmental. This is one that's going to be hopefully better in like 2-3 years. Not someone we're going to immediately see be juggernauts. Number 30, we have the Browns, who are going down 4 spots. They ended up losing 23-9 to the Steelers in a game where, I mean, it just wasn't even close. Dillon Gabriel struggled. The whole team struggled. I know people are going to be like, this is why you should have put Shedeur Sanders in. I don't think it would have made a difference who was at quarterback. Maybe the game would have been closer, but I don't think you're winning this game regardless, especially with how you played. This was just a bad game all around for Cleveland as well. We're starting to see here at the bottom, the bad teams are just, like, really bad. 29, we have the Raiders up 2 spots. They get a nice win over the Titans. With that being said, the Titans are my second worst team on the power rankings, so even though you won, you only won by 10. So you're not going to go up very high. 2 spots. I mean, be grateful for that. I still think you're a bottom-of-the-barrel team. I just don't. The offseason hype, and I'll admit, I fell for the offseason hype. I thought, you were going to be competing for a playoff spot. I didn't think you'd be, one of the juggernauts like other people were thinking. But I definitely thought there'd be better things. However, unless this is your turning point, it's not looking like that's going to happen. 28, we have the Saints, who are staying the same. They kept it close with the Patriots. They only lost 25-19. However, a loss is a loss. This team, roster-wise, still is very lacking. Even though there's a lot of surprises with, guys like Spencer Rattler playing very well, I still think this is going to be one of the teams that, unfortunately, just isn't going to get very much better. I think this is actually going to be one of the teams who are going to be trading away at the deadline to try and, improve their future, because a lot of this team is old guys. I mean, you got Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Alvin Kamara, and then you also have a few young guys. I mean, Chris Olave definitely will have some value. So, I just think this is going to be one of those teams where come next year, it's going to look completely different. Heck, come this trade deadline, offseason. 27, we have the Dirty Birds, the Ravens. Dirty Birds are the Falcons, down 5 spots. You lose 17-3 to the Rams. The bright side is you're going on bye week, and hopefully after the bye week, Lamar Jackson should be back, assuming all things go to plan. I mean, we know Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in the league. I mean, look at how this team has played with and without him. He's carrying these guys. But for now, Lamar isn't on your team, and you guys look horrible. So, number 27. 26, we have the Dolphins going up a spot. They played really well against the Chargers. Score-wise, they unfortunately lost. Tua threw 3 interceptions. This was just one of those where if Tua plays better, they actually win this game. But, I mean, we're talking about Tua, so can we really expect that? No. So great game for you guys. Keeping it close, keeping it competitive, but too many mistakes cost you the game. That's where it's going to come down to. So you get to go up for that, but unfortunately, I need to see wins. I mean, it doesn't matter how good you play. If you aren't winning, it doesn't matter, all right? We're talking about teams, not individual performances. 25, Bengals, they're staying the same. They actually kept it close with the Packers, only losing by 9, 27-18. Joe Flacco actually looked pretty solid for his debut, I'll admit. I do think the Bengals play Thursday against the Steelers. I actually do like the Bengals in that game. I call me crazy. I think the Bengals could upset the Steelers. I mean, ultimately, this team is very hit or miss. That's how they've always been. They're always, a good team, but they're always, one half is good, one half is bad, and obviously, they are an injury away from being out of it. So that's where we are right now, but at least they're trying to make this season salvageable. Got to respect that. 24, we got the Cardinals staying the same. They ended up losing. Again, no surprise there. They actually kept it close with the Colts, though. Only losing by 4 points, 31-27, I believe. This was a game where the Cardinals, stayed in it till the very end. Unfortunately, towards the end, they just lost it and then weren't able to win. I do think this team has a lot of, bright spots. I do think this could be a team who potentially turns it around even this year. It just sucks the division they play in, the conference they play in. They have a really tough battle to, turn the season around. And I'm not going to rule them out, but, it's going to take a lot of work. 23, we got them boys going down 3 spots. 22, we got the Panthers going up a spot. The Panthers win 30-27. Rico Dowdle completes his revenge game. The Panthers look great. The Cowboys look great. This was an offensive game. Defenses both struggled heavily. Ultimately, the Panthers just looked like the better team. The Panthers look like they are turning a new leaf. They are at 500 for the first time since I believe Cam Newton was their quarterback. The second stint, by the way, I believe. This team actually looked good. Both teams looked good. It just sucks for the Cowboys. Their defense is really, really not doing them any favors. Both these teams probably are going to be mediocre. 21, we got the Giants up 8 spots. I don't know how to feel with this team. They beat the bad teams, or they lose to the bad teams. They beat the good teams. Cool. You do have the hardest strength of schedule, so if that trend keeps happening, you'll, probably be a playoff team. But, the white rookie duo, Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart, they're looking amazing. This team, even with the injury to Malik Neighbors, they're actually showing a lot of fight. This is a team who are surprisingly good for, what their expectations were. A lot of people thought they wouldn't win a game. I thought they'd probably win 2 games. They've already done that for 6 weeks. This was more than I imagined. So I'm very proud about this team right now. They're actually looking really good. Now, unfortunately, come January, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. But, right now they're fun to watch, and that's all that matters. The future is bright, assuming, run through a brick wall man is able to, keep running through a brick wall, not, have to enter a mental hospital. Number 20, we had the Vikings. Number 19, we have the Texans. Both of these teams were on a bye. They're only going down because, in my opinion, these top 20 teams are so difficult to rank. And this is where my list gets controversial, in my opinion. I think teams 1 through 20, they all have a case, to be above or below, the next team up. So, this is a crazy list. This is a crazy season so far. I don't think I've ever had this issue. So, with that being said, buckle up. Be ready to scream at me in the comments. It's okay. I understand. Number 18, we got the Falcons up 3 spots, even though they won against the Bills. They're currently 3-2. They're actually doing really well so far. Their winning record. Michael Penix looked amazing. Drake London looked amazing. Bijan Robinson looked amazing. That is a terrifying trio, in my opinion. You're still uncertain for me. All right, you still have a second-year quarterback. In my opinion, if teams can figure out how to stop Bijan or Drake London, because those are your 2 security blankets, there could be issues. I do think this team could go the distance. I said it. I think Michael Penix, it's going to be tough to end up being the best quarterback in his class because, in my opinion, all 6 of the first-rounders are very capable guys. And heck, even then you have Spencer Rattler, who was in the 5th round, the 7th quarterback taken. He's also doing amazing. He's a starter. He's just in a really good class. I think this, will rival 2020. Yeah. I don't know what to say. The Falcons, they're hit or miss for me, but right now they're hitting. 17, we have the Commanders, who are going down 5 spots at 3-2. They look good. Really good. They lost, so that doesn't mean a whole lot. Or excuse me, the Commanders are 3-3 currently, not 3-2. I misspoke. They ended up losing to a game winner. Well, for them, game loser. Against the what's their name? The Bears. Where they honestly could have won the game, but a costly fumble by the exchange between Jane Daniels and I don't know who the running back was at that time. Cost them that game. But, I mean, with that being said, this team still shows, I think they'll have, the same season as last year. I think they're just off to a slower start. I think their schedule has definitely been a lot harder. I just think, teams are a lot better this year than last year. So, like I said, the Commanders, the team who made it to the NFC Championship game last year, and I still think they have a good chance of repeating that success at 17 so far. 16 is the team who beat them. The Bears, they look good. They were able to beat the Commanders. They are now 3-2 on the season. They have a winning record. I did not think we'd be talking about that right now. It's crazy how the NFC North just looks like the beast, and the Bears are last place. Looked like they struggled. Looks like they started out 0-2. They come back 2-2, that bye week, and now they're looking 3-2. They're looking good. All right, Ben Johnson's looking like he's turned a new leaf with this team. Early season struggles, but they're officially on the bounce back. So, go Bears. No, I hope they suck, but I'm a Packers fan. Of course I do. 15, we have the Broncos down 6 spots. The same team who beat the Eagles last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago. Or no, it was last week. Put up 13 points, barely beating the Jets. I don't know if this team is playing to its competition or what, but that was an ugly game. Thanks for making me wake up at 9 a.m. to watch it. Yeah. With all that being said, this was just a bad game for the Broncos. I get it. Every team has one, but I'm going to have to judge you based on it. So, prove me wrong. Do better. You're 4-2, so you're in a good spot. Just don't do that again. 14, we have the Steelers up a spot. They get a win over the Browns, 23-9. They're in a good spot. They're 4-1. But at the same time, might sound a bit controversial, they haven't really played anyone who I've been convinced are good. Who have they played? They just beat the Browns. Their one loss comes against an actually good team in the Seahawks. They beat the Jets, who are winless. They don't have a very good, credibility list. So, yes, they're winning. Yes, they have a good record, but I need to see them beat good teams before I move them up super high, all right? For all I know, this is the Steelers team of the past. We know how they are every year. I want to see them break that barrier. And right now, well, they've just beat up on bad teams, so not really feeling it. 13, we got the Chargers staying the same. They got a nice win over the Dolphins. They really struggled to take that game away when they had plenty of opportunities to. That's just pretty much the Chargers for you. Chargers going to Charger. I think they're going to be fine. They're 4-2. They're still winning their division, albeit very closer than they probably like it to be now. I have a lot of faith in this team. I just need to see consistency. They are in a slump right now. Even with that win, they are still in a slump. I need to see them get better. Number 12, we had the Patriots up 4 spots. Nice win over the Saints, 25-19. It was closer than it needed to be, but a win is a win. Drake May looking like Tom Brady 2.0, and of course he's in New England, so that's even more fun. This is, in my opinion, a Patriots team who I think is a playoff team. I think they are going to make a run in the playoffs. They have looked really good these past few games, upsetting the Bills, quality win over the Saints with no real mistakes. This team is playing well. Yes, there is concern because Mike Vrabel, it's his first year in coaching a different team. We could see a struggle there. Drake May, come playoff time or come later in the season, could have a collapse. We don't know. But at the moment, I think they're a great team. I'm just, I think they're too new for me to be like, okay, this is a great team. They've only really had the success, these past few weeks. I need to see it a bit more. Number 11, we got the Rams. They're going down a spot. They won, right? They beat the Ravens 17-3. That's like saying, oh, we beat the Little League team. Right? That's not saying much. So, yes, you won, but I mean, I think the Chiefs, who are moving up to number 10, I'll give you a spoiler now, are going to jump you because of that. But don't fret, I still think you're a great team. I'm actually a big, Rams believer, even without Puka. Number 10, we got the Chiefs up 4 spots. They get a nice win over the Lions. I know people are complaining about the refs, yada, yada, yada. Right? It's never going to change. It's been happening for years now. We just got to accept that. So, on to the actual game. They played well. They got Brian Branch suspended for a game without pay, so that's got to hurt him. This was just a great game by them. They were able to do it on offense, defense. Hollywood Brown had a great game. Travis Kelce, I believe did well. I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of relying on my coworker who has him in fantasy. I don't remember how he did. But they actually played well. They got the win. Congrats. Number 10, you're back into the top 10. Oop, I spoiled number 9 and 8. Ignore that. Number 9, we have the Eagles, who are down 7 spots. They have looked miserable these past 2 weeks. Ever since getting upset by Denver, there's been, the talks about A.J. Brown. Definitely getting your score doubled, 34-17 to the Giants. It's not going to change that. A superiorly worse team. I mean, come on. I mean, you're still the Eagles. You won the Super Bowl for a reason. You kept most of your roster. I think you're going to be fine. I think you're just in a slump. This happened last year. So once you break out of that slump, you'll be fine. Number 8, we got Buffalo. I think they're the same thing. Down 6 spots, 4-2. They lose to the Falcons, 24-14. I think you're in a slump, all right? You lose to the Patriots. You and the Eagles are high. Oh, we're the final 2 undefeated teams. You both lose the same week. Now it's like, okay, we're immortal, or we're mortal. But now you're losing another game that's unnecessary. I think you guys are going to be fine. Don't worry. It's just you need to reevaluate, take a step back, take a deep breath, and approach the next game, and hopefully pick up a much-needed win. All right? You have the team to do it. We just need to see results. Number 7, we got Detroit, who are going down 6 spots, 4-2. I think they're also in a slump. Yes, that was a questionable officiating game. But, I mean, you just got to play better no matter what. I mean, come on. It's Kansas City. They're going to get the calls. You got to be able to combat that. You're one of the teams who I expect to do it. Now you're going to be without Brian Branch for a game because he decided to be a little sore loser. I mean, that's just inexcusable. Come on. Same thing with the other 2 teams. I think you're still good. I think you're just in a slump, a tough spot. Take a deep breath. Look at your next games, evaluate them, and go in with a better mentality. All right? Don't let the loss shake you up. Number 6, we got Green Bay, who are going up 5 spots. They get a win over the Bengals. They actually looked really good. Wasn't really a close game, really at all. There was a questionable interception by Jordan Love where he could have, just threw it out of bounds and took a field goal in the opening drive. Instead, he decided to throw an interception and then no points. But you won. It's fine. I just need to see a bit more out of you guys. Obviously, those 2 games where you lost to the Browns and then tied the Cowboys are still looming in my mind, so I'm not over it. But, I mean, you had a great bounce back win, so number 6 for you guys. Number 5, we got Duval up 3 spots. 4, we got the Seahawks up 3 spots. Both of them 4-2. Seahawks beat the Jaguars 20-10. Yeah, pretty much what this is all the top teams from last week are going down. So some teams had to go up, and I'm picking these teams because they have played heavily better than expectations. I'm willing to get a bunch of criticism for these top 5 teams. Go on, scream at me. But all these teams, seriously, have looked well. The Seahawks actually look like an actual top 5 team. I will die on the hill. The Jaguars, I may be a bit overhyped on, but that's okay because, I mean, I have a reason to. Yeah, both these teams looked good, even though it was a very defensively slow game. I mean, it at least showed the defense are good. The Jaguars had a good touchdown by Brian Thomas that could call back due to Travis Hunter. I mean, I think both these teams are good. We're going to be seeing both these teams in January, so good luck to them. Number 3, we got San Fran up 3 spots. Even with the injuries, they're still doing well. Yes, they did lose to the Buccaneers, but that's okay because you're playing through injuries and you're showing that, hey, even though we are injured, we still have a good team. And I love that mentality. Next man up. Yeah, you lost to a great team. There's a reason we haven't even talked about them yet. So there's a spoiler. One of the top two teams. I think you guys are fine. You do lose Fred Warner, another guy this season ending. He dislocated and broke his ankle or something. That's rough. But, I mean, if the trend continues, you'll be fine. I believe you'll be fine. So go Niners. Number 2, we got the Colts, who are 5-1, up a spot. They get a nice win over the Cardinals. Yes, it was closer than expected, but they got the win. They pulled it out when they needed it most. So that's the kind of thing we like to see for them. I'm not quite willing to give you number 1 yet, but, I mean, you're literally, the next team up, so that's got to mean something good. And then, number 1, we do have the Buccaneers. They have had a successful season. They beat the 49ers by double digits. Baker is arguably, and in my opinion, he is, the MVP. And they're doing this without, their big free receivers all being out there at the same time because now Mika Buka got injured. He might miss time. I mean, this is a crazy team. Their offense is so good. Their defense is so good. This is just a team who, from top to bottom, is built to win. And I think their head coach is going to be what gets in the way because they have the roster to do this. They are my number 1 team right now. With that being said, let me know how you think I did in the comments. I know this is probably a very questionable list. I agree. I mean, I'm not happy with this list, but I don't know how to rank teams 1 through 20. That's the big issue with the league right now, is we have seen the bad teams separate themselves, but the good teams, we have not. There are so many of them, that, like, the ones we expect to be good, I mean, they're playing subpar. So this is a tough season so far. Hopefully, I like how it is. I mean, I like the competitive nature that we're in right now. Let me know how I did. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time with predictions tomorrow. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.